Previously on Baldur's Gate 3.
Well, look who's come to visit. My kids say you've been busy since you got here. Mercon says you got him out of a tight spot with some harpies. Gotta say, I'm impressed. You saved Arabella from the druids. Don't know what those bastards would have done.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
Protect them. She is a true soul. Mind her.
Thought you was busy with the foul bloods in Elson's Grove. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic, supposedly buried round these parts. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it.
Get over there! Surround them like! Ain't no one getting their way today.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
The sundering. The parasite allows us to influence others.
Ignore it. Deny it. This is nothing but a disease, and every use will sicken us further.
A power born of illithids might be dangerous in the wrong hands, but valuable in ours.
It's only valuable if we understand it, and we don't. Not yet, at least.
Welcome back to some more Baldur's Gate 3 with your guy B Chili. I'm here with Saphhira, Will, Shadowheart, and Lae'zel. We just finished exploring a shack. We entered into a blighted village. We're due for a rest, and it's been quite a minute, so we are going to head to camp.
There are important matters to discuss.
There are important matters to discuss. Let's go and talk to Withers.
Not this one, nor this one, and this one are less worthy still.
What are you doing?
Righting the balance. Beyond mortal realms, there doth exist an amalgamation of spirits akin to thine own, ensnared by the treacherous cult of the Absolute, felled in its name. They bear great discontentment with their destiny. For a mere pittance of coin, I might summon the worthiest among them to lend aid to thy undertaking.
Do you think I can trust these cultists?
Suspicion always haunts the guilty mind. My services are all that I can proffer thee. What thou wilt do with them is for thee to undertake.
Okay. I guess about these hirelings, I really don't care about that. We'll leave. Thank you for explaining that to me, Withers. Hey guys, it looks like it's time for a rest. For that, I'm going to go in and check on Will really quick.
The Blade of Frontiers at your calling.
How does the Blade of Frontiers end up chasing a devil in the hells?
Karlach's fires raged in Baldur's Gate before she escaped to Avernus, as my source told it, and she was planning to return. One of the archdevils Ariel's own, chaos incarnate, a devil with pure fire for a heart. I made my way to Avernus to stop her. She fled from my reach, even climbed aboard the Mind Flayer ship as it screeched through the hells. I followed in close pursuit. I can't bear to imagine the lives Karlach might be taking, the damage she might be doing.
Yeah. It's not exactly easy to journey the hells from the Sword Coast. How did you manage it?
A powerful friend with a keen interest in privacy. I'm sworn to say no more.
Well, then let's move on to other matters.
All right. What else is on your mind?
Tell me, Will, How did you become the Blade of Frontiers?
My father once said, one does not pursue a champion's life. One merely answers its call. So it was for me. I was hunting near the Cloakwood when I heard it. A child crying out from a lone farmstead. I found him in the fields, flanked by goblins. His mother's corpse bled into the soil next to him. I don't remember much of the battle, but I remember drying the boy's tears after.
What act could be finer than saving a life? You must have felt proud.
Proud? No. Angry. Angry at the monsters preying on innocents. Angry at the so-called good gods for tolerating the cruelty of the evil. Angry at myself that it took so long for me to see the coast suffering. The frontiers demanded a blade. And so I heeded.
How great could you be? I've never heard of you. That's funny. Well, it's nice to finally put a face to the name.
And it's nice to meet someone of your talents. Having a worm wriggling in my skull didn't instill much confidence in the days ahead. With you as my ally, the future looks a little less daunting.
Thank you, Will. I've noticed the stone in your eye. Did you lose it in battle?
A most vicious one, in fact. It's made from pure bloodstone, carved from the Galena Mountains just north of the Moonsea. A reminder that sometimes blood must be shed and sacrifices must be made. But that story is reserved for lifetime friends and calmer days.
It was nice talking to you, Will. Let's go and take a rest. Let's talk to Shadowheart again. She has shared with us quite a few things about herself.
Shar's blessings upon you.
Whoa. Well, I want to get to know more about you, Shadowheart.
You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask?
What drew you to Shar worship?
She took me in when no one else would. Without her, I wouldn't be alive. She's my mother. She nurtures me, cares for me, loves me. Don't believe the lies the Saloonites tell.
Well, tell me something about yourself besides Shar, besides the tadpoles.
What? Besides my life's calling and the greatest problem I've ever faced? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant?
Really? You've flown between planes of existence, but you've never been swimming?
It's nothing to laugh at. Save your questions if that's how you're going to react.
Anything else you cared to share?
No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. With my memories suppressed, I can't betray Shar's secrets.
Really?
But I can't remember much of myself either. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shar's mission, then my memories will be restored.
You've had your memory suppressed? That seems extreme.
Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shar will reward me when I succeed.
Well, what's the story with the odd little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me. It's my burden, though, from Lady Shar. I can feel her influence somehow.
Why would Shar subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall. But even then, it would not be for me to question her will. Lady Shar has her reasons.
Well, you know, is there anything I can do to help you with it?
I don't think so, but you're sweet to ask. Maybe just be patient the next time you see me wince or cry out. It'll pass quickly enough. It always does. Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shar. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Well, let's turn to other matters. We'll leave. Thanks for talking to me, Shadowheart. We're gonna go and fall asleep. Got a supply pack, and we'll take a full rest.
You don't sleep well, flitting between dreams and nightmares. Maybe you wake up because you know something is wrong, or maybe you just get lucky.
What
Shit. No, it's not what it looks like. I swear. I wasn't going to hurt you. I just needed, well, blood.
There, in the dim firelight, you see him for what he really is. A vampire, a slave to sanguine hunger.
How long since you killed someone? Days? Hours?
I've never killed anyone. Well, not for food. I feed on animals. Boars. Deer. Kobolds. Whatever I can get. But it's not enough. Not if I have to fight. I feel so weak. If I just had a little blood, I could think clearer. Fight better. Please.
A strange sensation courses through you, and your companion's mind unfolds, secrets half revealed.
Well, I don't care how much you need. You're not drinking my blood.
No, of course. Silly of me to even ask. I'll go and find something on 4 legs to eat, I suppose. See you in the morning.
Let him go.
You watch him stalk away, slumped, sulking, and ready to kill.
Wow. What a weirdo. Let's go and talk to Lae'zel really quick. Or it looks like the pale elf wants to talk to me.
Morning. I hope last night's little unpleasantness hasn't left a bad taste in your... Well, I hope there are no bad feelings.
No, but I have questions for you. How are you standing in the sun?
Oh, I have no idea. By rights, I should be cinders in this light, but someone or something is keeping me alive. Standing in the sun, wading through a river, wandering into homes without an invitation. They're all perfectly mundane activities now. As for my other quirks, well, we can figure those out in time.
Wonder what's causing this. The Mind Flayer parasite?
That's my theory, but who knows? I'm just glad you're being sensible about these revelations. I was worried people might turn up with torches and pitchforks. Although there's still time.
Hunting with vampires. Never thought I'd see the day. Very well, but I'm keeping an eye on you. And no wisecracks about having us for supper.
I'd just better not wake in the night to find fangs at my throat.
I trust him. He's not going to hurt us.
Quite the opposite. I'm here in the spirit of openness and honesty, to work together as a team.
I'd just better not wake with any holes in my neck.
There now. We're all friends again. Shall we go? There's a long day ahead of us.
He didn't bite us. I trust him. Let's speak to Lae'zel. See how she feels.
The Githyanki people have a word for men like the Blade of Frontiers. Shalak. Roughly translated, idealist do-gooder. Or better yet, benevolent burden. His confidence is an asset. His pursuit of valor, not so much.
Do you know much about mind flayers?
I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less.
Okay, well, are you sure creche is our only path to a cure?
Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. Each creche contains a Zaithisk purification device. So I learned from the writings in the Kalir library. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding.
Okay, well, I guess that kind of wisdom is very valuable.
Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant order turns to chaos and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon infinities.
Well, do you know what happens if we don't find a cure?
Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born.
Wow. That's not gonna happen. We will find a cure.
Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me.
Well, on to other matters.
Fine.
Well, we'll leave really quick. It was nice talking to you, Lae'zel. And let's leave the camp. Looks like Shadowheart wants to speak to us. Let's talk, Shadowheart.
There's something I want to talk to you about. Something important.
Okay, well, now I'm intrigued. Do continue.
I could have died in that pod, back on the Nautiloid. You could have died, spending precious moments trying to free me, but you did it anyway. I owe you my life. I'm trying to say that you've earned my trust in a way very few ever have. I want that to mean something. I want you to know more about me, at least from what I can remember. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shar, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shar, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shar's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Thank you for sharing this for me.
Thank you. I had a feeling you'd be understanding.
We'll leave right now. It was a lot to take in. And we're going to continue our adventure. This is locked.
A couple turns should do it.
We roll a 5. That's not good. We're going to use our last form of inspiration. We're going to add a bonus. We'll add guidance to it. We roll a 13. Man, we are just not doing good. Lae'zel, could you do me a favor? And could you just open this chest? Lae'zel's just going to go and smash this chest open. No one's going to notice at all. We'll just keep smashing it. Come on, Lae'zel, you got this. She's just gonna keep whacking it until we open this thing. And I think we'll get it right now. And let's see what we got here. We get the haste helm, some gold, potion of featherfall, and a grease bottle. We'll be okay with it. There's a fish barrel over here, and we'll send these fishies.
Look what we got here. Another little birdie wanting to fly. Stop this thing! Flap those wings some more, and I'll feed you a worm. And you. Hope you got a stomach for rights.
What the hells are you guys doing?
What's it bloody look like? We're teaching this here pipsqueak to fly.
Oh, okay. Let me rephrase that. Why are you doing this?
'Cause it makes me laugh.
Fun's over. Release the gnome at once.
You want this little cave lurking what's it? Find your own. He's ours!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Lae'zel is smiling, so is Shadowheart. But Saphhira is not feeling this. Release the gnome. That's an order. She is feeling the power of the illithid. It is a 2. We're going to add a bonus. We're going to go and roll. We roll a 23. Easiest roll of her life.
Yes. Whatever you want.
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten. The goblin's nostrils flare nervously. All of his bluster seems to vanish.
We're leaving. What about the gnome? Ain't we supposed to bring him to... I said we're leaving! Apologies, my lady. We didn't mean to doubt a true soul. We'll be off. Fresh meats. Scared meats. Yeah.
Our power makes us feel a lot stronger. Get out of our way. Let's go. Let's go and help this gentleman out. Send this to camp. Nice little pork loin.
Shadowheart's attention is fixed on a damaged old statue.
We should keep moving.
Another episode? Why does this keep happening to you?
You already know as much as I do. Best ignore it. As long as it doesn't hamper us too much.
Alright. We'll ignore for the time being right now. Only due to the fact that this gentleman needs this thing to be turned off. Well, we turned on the brakes. Hey, buddy.
Cut me loose!
Okay, let me free him really quick.
Ugh. Bagakabara. Those pustulant thugs! Well, get on with it.
Get on with what?
You saved me, now you'll extort me. That's how this works, yes?
You owe me nothing.
Nothing?
I mean, I could escort you if that's what you want.
You're teasing me now. I'm certain of it. Take my pack, if you can find it. The only reason those goblins caught me was its weight. I'll travel lightly from now on.
You're a little far from home for a deep gnome.
Ignorance is alive and well, it seems. Deep gnomes aren't restricted to the Underdark, you know. I've lived in Baldur's Gate for years. I'm in search of a friend. I fear he's in trouble. See this? I gave it to him years ago before I left home. I found it around the neck of a thug in the lower city. It was speckled with blood. My friend, nowhere to be found. But I still have hope. I have reason to believe he's in the Underdark. Hopefully, I'll pick up his trail from there. I always help my friends. On that note, I bid thee farewell. If we should meet again, well, we will have met again.
Okay. Well, most unfortunate gnome. We are inspired. He is on his way. He says that he left his pack somewhere. Let's go into the hatch and see if we find anything. Heavy burlap sack. We'll get that smoke powder satchel. Got a red apple. And a baguette. We'll send that to camp. Found a heavy chest. Speedy light feet. We'll take that. Another burlap sack. Rotten tomato. There's a bugbear sitting down there.
Don't want to draw any attention.
I won't draw any attention. Should we attack this sleeping bugbear?
Eyes open, mouth shut.
We will. Critical hit done to the sleeping bugbear. We're then also going to do a flourish. The enemy is surprised. We do an off-balance flourish to it. We are still sitting in the shadow. The enemy is surprised. Lae'zel is going to attack the bugbear. We are not giving it any chance of attack. Do an opportunity of attack, and we murder it real fast. Don't trust a bugbear. A sleeping bugbear. There's no reason for us to worry about that. And we are done.
Maybe I should stay crouched forever.
And we'll get back to our adventure. What's that?
As you approach, a guttural scream and a succession of quick bangs rattle the door. Then, a low moan. Someone, or something, is having a bit of fun.
Let's open the door.
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight.
Hello? Anybody in there?
Go away!
I'm gonna open the door anyways. What's going on? Oh.
What the hell are you doing?
Back away slowly.
Ruined. Smash. Oh, smash you!
Oh no.
Get out!
Oh, we're getting hit by the Bugbear. He does not like that. Shadowheart has a chance of making an attack. We are going to attack Grolkulk. That's his name. It looks like we're going to use a main attack. Not enough movement to do a main attack. So we will use a Sacred Flame. Sacred Flame has a 50% chance of hitting the threatened Grolkulk. Hits it for 3 damage. We will move closer up. A little further up. We will cast Shield of Faith, level 1 slot on Shadowheart. We'll end our turn.
Victor's path.
It is the Victor's path, and we will use an Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast should knock away Grolkulk, who's threatened. Misses. We're gonna get a little closer to the action over here.
Finding my way.
And end our turn.
So much for peace.
Saphhira with half health is not feeling so good, but will use a main attack. Main attack has 40% chance of hitting the threatened Grolkulk. Hits it for 6 damage. And now is blinded. Will then go into her wild shape. Sorry for him, Dragon Chalice. Chalice healing, We will try to use that. We'll use the Chalice. We'll go into that. And end our turn. Lae'zel is going to use a disarming ranged attack, and that's going to be used on Buhir, level 4. Saved on the disarming attack, takes 6 damage. We will just end our turn. Buhir is going to move a little closer in. Does a slam on Shadowheart. Concentration throw is successful. There is a miss on Sapphira. Will does have a bonus action. We'll be using the Arms of Hadar. And then takes out his own teammate. Unfortunately, I didn't know that that was going to be a move that actually hurts. His companions. We're just going to end our turn. You should get Sapphira up off the battle. And you should then cast a Sanctuary on Sapphira. And we'll end our turn.
On my feet.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Sapphira can't really do anything. Sapphira will end her turn. We do have an ability to do a menacing attack. 60% chance on Buhir. As the Arms of Hadar we do hit, it does save. We will use an action surge and try to use another menacing attack again on the Buhir. It does frighten Buhir. Buhir is frightened, not capable of moving. We will end a turn. Frightened Buhir does throw a stone at Shadowheart. Shadowheart is damaged. Alright, so will do an Eldritch Blast to Golcluck. 100% chance of hitting. Or 30% chance target is too close. Should we do it towards Buhir? 36% chance, we'll give it a shot. Misses. That's our fault. We'll go and push. It's too heavy to shove. We're gonna end our turn. We're gonna use our bonus action healing word to get Shadowheart back up on the field. Ooh, I accidentally just healed Saphhira. At least I healed someone. Shame. We'll do a Moonbeam! Moonbeam on the Golcluck. Not bad at all. 100% chance of hitting. Does hit it with Moonbeam. Does also hit Will as well. It's not good. We will end our turn. Trying to get Golcluck out of the turn order, we will use a range attack. 50% chance of hitting him. And the dice goes our way. He is killed. And she is being cried out. We will try to use a pummel strike, which will in turn daze this. And it is dazed. We will then try to move out of the way. End our turn. A frightened Golcluck then uses attack on the ground. Uses Bolter's Grasp, knocking down Will. Oh my goodness. Saphhira has a main attack. Main attack, 65% chance on Bull here, who's also dazed. Alright, is now blinded. Sanctuary is no longer available. We will use another healing word. Level 1, and we will get Shadowheart, who is down, back up off the field and end our turn.
Fast.
Shadowheart does now have an opportunity to just basically end her turn and get out of line of sight.
On the victor's path.
With the creature now being blinded, 98% chance of an Eldritch Blast hitting. We're going to go and hit Buhir. It does knock down with 10 damage. Buhir, which is not bad at all, will end the cock. We'll then also use a main attack. Main attack on Boot here. Level 4. Attacks does 10 damage. And we will end our turn. Buhir does a main attack on Lae'zel, hits it for 13 damage. And brings Shadowheart into the midst. Shadowheart is going to use a ranged attack. In fact, she's going to do a Sacred Flame. She's going to go and not do a Sacred Flame. She's going to use a Firebolt. 88% chance of hitting the blinded Buhir. Does it for 6 damage. Not bad at all. We're going to end the turn. And we got Will with a 96% chance with the advantage to hit Buhir. 2 health left. He dies magically because of the radiant damage. 84% chance for Buhir to die. Radiant damage kills us again. That's hilarious. Just die.
Those beasts were expecting visitors.
They weren't.
Let's just put this behind us. Far behind us.
We will.
Oh, enough waiting.
Let me go and help him out. All right, we are back up.
Never a dull moment.
Never is a dull moment.
A feast fit for an ogre. you notice a peculiar dagger protruding from the tough, leathery meat.
Do I have a sleight of hand? Strength, dexterity, investigation. So sleight of hand. Carefully wiggle the dagger until it slides free. And we'll also use a guidance on this as well. And hit triangle. 24, let's go.
Your cautious method pays off. The dagger glides smoothly out of the mystery meat.
Nice. All right, let's continue exploring this area. What's over here? Whoa.
My, what manner of place is this? A path to redemption? Or a road to damnation? Hard to say, for your journey is just beginning. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that? Love. Was that? They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service.
Well, pretty words if you want to threaten me. Don't disguise it.
Why, I never. You're paranoid, aren't you? Must be the surroundings. Rather bleak and lonesome. One feels so exposed. This quaint little scene is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There, middle of somewhere.
Can you be more specific than somewhere?
The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last.
What makes you say that?
Call it a ninth sense. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior? That's for certain.
Why would you help me?
Because my compassion is boundless. I stride among the needy, giving comfort where I can. And you're in dire need. One skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all like that.
You're mad if you think I'll make a deal with the devil.
And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I've a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself. Shop around. Beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease.
And if I do take this deal, how would I find you?
I'll be around, watching you squirm like a tadpole through a nice, juicy brain. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Dang. Thank you guys for watching some more Baldur's Gate 3 with your guy B Chili. We're still going through the blighted village, and we just ran into a devil that knows about it. It seems that the mind flares and parasites in our brain are part of a bigger arc than it is. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.